What's up, guys? This is Raz and welcome to another video. I am back after a quick leave of absence. If you guys didn't see my post, I had surgery earlier this week. It was Monday night. I was just experiencing some severe lower abdominal pain, and I wasn't sure what it was. I thought maybe I just had like a bad stomach ache or I ate something wrong. So I was trying to sleep it off for a while, couldn't sleep it off. Eventually started vomiting too much information, I know, and I thought the pain had gone away, but then like an hour later it hadn't. So I called my mom, who lives like 5 minutes down the road, and she took me to the ER after I had been in pain for like 6 hours. And we went to the ER. Turned out I had acute appendicitis. My appendix had gotten like twisted in my intestines, and I needed emergency surgery. So I was in like 9 hours of pretty terrible pain, but I had surgery, got it removed, and overall I'm doing all right. So apologies for no videos for a few days, but sorry not sorry at the same time. Just healing up, resting. I'm doing good, and a little bit of like pain, soreness, achiness, but overall I'm feeling a lot better already. And I'm looking forward to making some more content and streaming once again. So hope you guys didn't miss me too much. We're going to do a spicy Saturday today, and it's going to be featuring Shadow Cradily. And yeah, also I know there's been a lot of drama with Niantic lately, so let's have some fun. Let's do these battles, and I'll address that and my thoughts a little bit at the end of the video as well. So without further ado, let's get into these battles. So the lad that was nice enough to send us these battles is Jinwei Tang, a legend rank level player, and he is using Deoxys defense form with Shadow Cradily and Snorlax. So an interesting team, double weak to fighting, but most of the teams that I run, to be honest, in Ultra Remix have been double weak to fighting, and not a good lead. Deoxys defense, we know, is a terrific... Oh, this is actually a terrible lead because since he switched into Snorlax, how the heck is he going to take out that Giratina? I have no idea. But where there's a will, there's a way. In this Politoed. Politoed is extremely spammy. Very annoying matchup to deal with. I'm used to swapping it with my Shadow Snorlax here, and if I'm greeted by a Politoed, it's usually pretty difficult to win that matchup. There's usually not much of a way you can, unless they decide to like let the first two body slams go, then you could start committing shields and potentially lick down. But Politoed's going to get to 3 Weather Balls in the same time that you're going to get to 2 body slams. And Politoed's going to get to 4 Weather Balls before you get to 3 body slams. So it's definitely not a great matchup for Lax, but look at this Lax putting in work. The Poly's going to commit a shield, doesn't want to give up switch advantage. Weather Ball coming through. I still don't know how he's going to take out that dang Giratina. I guess you gotta Stone Edge it with Cradily. Here it comes. Okay, not over yet. Shadow Cradily. Let's see how much a Stone Edge does. Unfortunately, Cradily's pretty bulky, so I don't think this would one-shot the Ninetales. My stand corrected. It one-shots the Ninetales. Oh my gosh. Unreal. Stone Edge is such a great move. It hits very hard, plus it gets stab. Bonus. Oh no! The Giratina boosted. Are you kidding me? That is so rude of the Giratina. This Cradily was about to go to town. Ugh. Well, really needs to get to another Stone Edge. He's 1 away. You kind of have to shield, and you're like 1 away from a Rock Slide, right? So you Stone Edge, you switch, you Rock Slide, GG's. Stone Edge, switch, Rock Slide, G to the G. Wow. How about that win? One of the worst leads he could see, because Snorlax is really his only counter for that Giratina, and like didn't even get to use the Snorlax against it. What an incredible win. Also, if if my energy and hype levels are like 60% of what they normally are, I'm just going to have to deal with it. I'm still in recovery, just taking it easy. I can't exercise for 6 weeks, man, which is going to be brutal. Because especially I felt like I was starting to get into the groove with like my boxing workouts and my jump rope and weightlifting. And now I can't touch a weight for 6 weeks. But that's all right. Life will go on. Worse things have happened. And honestly, I'm fortunate to be okay, considering it was a little bit of a scary situation. But anyway, Snorlax versus Ninetales. Oh, also, and some of you guys tell me like some of the reason that some of you watch my channel in the first place and enjoy watching my content is I don't get like overly hyped over every little thing. I'm not like, oh my gosh, a Pidgey has spawned. I've never seen a Pidgey before. Can we catch it? I'm not like hyped over everything. I'm pretty mellow, and I'm hyped when I feel like hype is deserved. Interesting matchup here. It takes Cradily 4 Bullet Seeds to get to each Grass Knot, right? So it's going to be able to outpace this Jelly, but the Shadow Ball is still obviously going to hurt. I like how he didn't throw 8 Bullet Seeds, because I think that'd be over 100 energy. Nice. That Grass Knot does super impressive damage. Gonna let this go, save a shield for Deoxys. Shadow Ball takes it pretty well. Oh man, this is sketchy. This is sketchy. Because the Galv still has 2 shields and is just gonna try and lunge through the rest of the team. I think if you're the opponent, you have to let this next Rock Slide go. Oh, it's Deoxys. No, Deoxys isn't going to get there. Yikes. Okay, no Volt Switch through. That's huge. So now he just has to make sure the opponent doesn't catch. So he should be able to do that because he's 1 Bullet Seed away. So if he just throws right away and the opponent Volt Switches, there's no way the opponent can catch. Yep. And Jinwei Tang knows that. Very nice. Even after a debuff, they should KO. Galv is fairly squishy. It's a little tankier in the Ultra League, but still kind of a little squishy, like in Finding Nemo. Big squishy. Big whale. Whale Lord. Okay. Calibrush. Also, I got in an argument with my sister once about the whale in Finding Nemo. What type of whale it was. I always thought it was a blue whale, but she seems to think it's like a humpback whale. I don't know. What a spicy team by the opponent. Very weak to Ice, Gliscor, and Roserade. But whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Another Body Slam coming through. Got to be a little bit worried about the Leaf Storm here. But the opponent's just going for Weather Ball. And they only get off 1, so that kind of stinks. Could have preserved that shield. But they wanted to make sure they got switched because Deoxys does not have a good matchup at all against Gliscor. Pretty comfortable matchup for Gliscor. Since Gliscor resists the counters and can deal out those super effective Night Slashes very quickly. But look at this big daddy Snorlax putting in work. Look at his face. He is not amused. He's just locked in. In comes Magnezone. And Jinwei Tang's in a pretty good situation here. Deoxys is so tanky that this Magnezone will have to land 2 Wild Charges to take it out. And if you debuff yourself with Wild Charge, then only a couple more counters will take you out, so... Yeah, honestly, the second Wild Charge I don't think will even KO. I've been in this situation as the Magnezone. And I thought I had a chance. Because shields were down or something. And I thought if I could just get to 2 Wild Charges, I'd be good. But not the case. 2 Wild Charges doesn't even KO. That's how bulky Deoxys is. Night Slash comes through, almost takes out Lax, but at this point he can just Bullet Seed down. Pretty comfortable victory for Jinwei. I'll show you the way, Jinwei. I have a duet with Ariana Grande coming soon. Stay tuned for that. Deoxys versus Altaria. I think this is a team, because, like, honestly, I'm not sure if Deoxys or Snorlax has a better matchup there, but I think this... Oh, wow, they switch into a Jelly. So they must have Ice Beam. I think this is a team, if you guys want to run it, like, you almost are inclined to switch out more often than not switching out, because Bubble Beam, okay. I guess they know that the Snorlax isn't going to have any moves that threaten them, so they're going to be able to bubble down here and get a lot of energy. Pretty smart play. Oh, but you store all that energy, which is nice. Maybe let it go. Save it for DD. Ah, that stinks. People love to bait. People really love to bait. I think Genway was a little bit concerned of the sack swap on the Altaria, so didn't want to throw it right away. Oh, wow. Gonna shield again? Oh, my God. Another Bubble Beam bait. This opponent's a savage. And now he's double debuffed. And those Bubble Beams would not have done much damage at all. They would have hit for neutral, but we know that Bubble Beam's a very weak move. Stone Edge still putting in work. Has 2 body slams and has a move stored on the Cradily. Go straight for him. This Altaria has energy, so it's kind of nice to just get rid of it if you can. Gets rid of it. Oh, is the Jelly going to farm down? The Squishy is going to farm down. Body Slam not going to KO from here. Double resisted. Oh, man. Oh, man. Do you throw the Grass Knot here? This is a tough call. Oh, he sneaks in the Bullet Seed and is hoping he survives. He does survive. Oh, wow. What a play. Grass Knot gets the last shield. And I guess now we're going to see who wins this matchup in the zero shield scenario. Honestly, I would think G-Fisk, right? Oh, no, because 2 Earthquakes might not do it. This is not the Great League, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Ultra League, where everything is tankier. Another Earthquake comes in. No point in throwing unless you can get to 2. Oh, my God. The clock is coming up. Oh my God, no way. He's gonna barely take out the G-Fisk and time's gonna expire and he wins. Oh my gosh. What an incredible game. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What a win. By the skin of his teeth. That was like in the Olympics. I saw a wrestler, Gable Dan. I think some of you guys can correct me in the comments, but basically like won the Olympic gold wrestling, down by like 3 points with 13 seconds left. Just like an amazing comeback where he basically got 2 takedowns before the buzzer. The Olympics are awesome. Let me know in the comments, you guys watching the Olympics? If so, what events have you enjoyed the most? Been some great stories. Like that 14-year-old diver from China. 14-year-old girl that got like the highest diving score ever in Olympic history. And she's just a kid. Body Slam's coming in from Big Daddy Lax. Going for the superpower just because it does more damage, so it wants to make sure it KOs. I think the Body Slam would have, but actually maybe not. So that's probably the right call. That was definitely the right call. And it gives the opposing Snorlax less farm. In comes DD. It's a pretty like close matchup here. I don't know how the sims are, to be honest, but from playing this matchup as the Shadow Snorlax, I feel like Snorlax can do quite a bit of damage, but DD will usually comfortably win this matchup. Probably just because counter is a better move than Thunderbolt, but nice catch from the opponent. Just kind of a weird catch where they kind of just swapped at a random time. because the DD had what, like 12 counters? They were one shy of 2 moves, so it wasn't like they caught as they got to the move. Sneaks in a Bullet Seed, which is nice. And this starts to get sketchy, like where do you use your shield? Is this a Bubble Beam? Nice counting. Is 1 Bullet Seed away from his second Grass Knot. So he's looking pretty good here. Oh, the opponent knows, so he's letting it go. And going to try and put it all in lax. But, you know, with 2 shields, that DD should be able to get to 2 moves. Oh, doesn't need to. The opponent let it go, which allowed the DD to counter down. I think the opponent probably should have recognized that Grass Knot, Grass Knot was going to do more than a move from DD, I believe. Even after a Bubble Beam debuff. Some of you experts can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would think even after a Bubble Beam debuff, that the Grass Knot from the Shadow Cradily would still do more than a move from DD. Pretty good lead here. You've got neutral damage both ways, but you've also got super effective rock slides you can throw. Gets a shield, wow. Yeah, DD's just so bulky. It's a lot easier to use these bulky Pokemon. It allows you to like not have to make as many decisions and when to use your shields and such. I like that he switched because look at this. He lures out the counter user, which is great because Cradily's going to avoid this thing. And also, it wasn't like 100% that his DD would have gotten to another Rock Slide on the Ninetales. This also shows that normal Lax might be a little bit better in this situation against Scrafty. Well, actually, two superpowers doesn't even KO, so maybe not. I take that back. Because if you switch quickly enough against my Shadow Lax, it might not even get to 2 moves. But Superpower and Body Slam, if they're just like a second slow, Superpower and Body Slam is actually enough to KO. And this is looking like GG's. Unless this is somehow a Blizzard, but there was no way that was quick enough for a Blizzard. Rock does not resist Ice, so Blizzard would hit for super effective. I like the overfarm here after the opponent had thrown Weather Ball. And very nice recognition there that the opponent was going to try and catch, so he was just waiting for it. Stone Edge, bye-bye, Ice Fox. And then Grass Knot the Poly. And despite Poly's tankiness, this probably KOs from here. Bang Bang Boogie. Cradily. Taking out the Toad. There we go. Another win. That Regirock team looks pretty fun, by the way. Tangrowth, Regirock, Geefus. That's interesting. DD versus Crobat. We love a Shadow Crobat here. They both switch right away. Interesting. This is actually kind of bad because that Cradily does not want to see the Crobat. I know it has Stone Edge, but like you're dealing almost nothing with fast move damage, and the air slashes and poison fangs are going to add up. Superpower coming through. Going for another one here. Snorlax mirror matches are always a little bit sketchy. Goes for the Body Slam right away here to pressure a shield since the opposing Snorlax has quite a bit of energy. And they let it go, wow. Not sure that's the right play. He's going to try and get out of there since he's double debuffed. Switches into the DD. I like this switch because the opponent's probably going to stay in. Or they might stay in. Okay. Blastoise. Wow. Well, this is where Thunderbolt comes in handy. Personally, I'm a Psycho Boost person, but Thunderbolt really handy here. Oh, opponent gets a little greedy. I think they should have definitely thrown the Hydro Cannon to force Geneway to make the decision. Gets a shield. Opponent is farming up a ton of energy. They let it go. Come in with Cray Dog. Coming with Cray Cray. You so crazy. Cradily. Shields the Hydro. Going for a full farm down because he knows the Stone Edge is what's going to threaten the Crobat. And the opponent, a little bit slow. It looked like they allowed the Cradily to get 1 or 2 extra bullet seeds on the Blastoise of farm. Oh my god. They let it go. Unreal. Not the play, opponent. You've got to respect the plant. You've got to respect the Stone Edge. Nothing Snorlax had was going to threaten as much as the Stone Edge. The opponent probably didn't know. They're never going to know. They're going to know. The opponent, yeah, I don't think they knew that Cradily had Stone Edge. Probably the first time I ever played a Cradily, I didn't know they had Stone Edge, so. But I've played a few, especially in like tournaments and stuff, so. You've got to be aware of that stuff. Going up against another opponent. Another Ninetales. DD's like, what you got for me, A9? You trying to charm me? I won't be charmed. I'm a Psycho. Get it? Because it's a Psychic type and it has access to Psycho Boost. Oh. Looks like he tried to throw. That happens to me sometimes where like it's kind of desynced. So like where you throw and they switch, it doesn't register. That seemed kind of fast, right? That's not a blizzard. Oh, it was an earthquake. Well, blizzard is one more mud shot, right? So technically I was right. Weather ball coming through. Has all the energy in the world. 2 grass knots loaded. Takes out Polly. Loses CMP. Kind of annoying. Is it worth the shield? He thinks it is. Because you're either going to get a shield back here or take out the Ninetales and maybe just switch into DD if they shield. Okay, they don't shield. Oh, this is a little scary. This is un bit scary. That was like a language that didn't make any sense. That was more like gibberish than a language. Thunderbolt gets a shield. Oh gosh. Scraftmeister. Scraftmeister's going to try and go to town. Superpower doesn't even quite KO. And I don't think the Cradily gets to another move. I think the only win con might be to bait the Body Slam and land the Superpower at this point. Oh no. Tried to catch. I don't think the catch was necessary. I don't think it was necessary. I think you could have thrown the Body Slam on like the 4th counter and then done like 2 licks and got off the Superpower. But it would have been a coin flip, right? Would have been a coin flip if the opponent called the Body Slam. I feel like, oh man, I feel like it'd be super unlikely though that they call the Body Slam in that scenario because they know like I want to shield the first Superpower because that's the one that's going to do the most damage. DD versus Excadrill, good lead. They switch into Polly, switch into Cradily. Polly is just so dang spammy that you almost have to worry about the Blizzard, but he's not worrying about it. There's the Blizzard. Ow, that hurt. But Cradily's a tanky little beast. Took the Blizzard no problem. Very smart play by the opponent to throw the Weather Ball here. It's going to force a shield. Fortunately for Geneway, he's got 2 good answers. 2 pretty good answers for the Excadrill. I think you just Thunderbolt this thing, right? Take a move, Thunderbolt. Might have to take 2 Weather Balls. Because Polly is just so annoying. Sorry, Pa, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but just so spammy. What's going to come in? A9. This is good. This is great. Because this is the better matchup for DD rather than like Snorlax, because Snorlax can just superpower the Excadrill. And you can take another move here. The opponent might try and catch on their Excadrill, but like that's fine if they do, because you probably need that chip damage anyway. It looked like Geneway might have waited a sec, used the Rise, the Dune Bug strat of waiting to see if your opponent throws the fast move. And once they see the Snorlax, they surrender, because a superpower from a Snorlax would pretty close to one-shot the Excadrill. Probably not quite one-shot, but probably pretty dang close. I think we've got one more game. Geneway actually sent me 4 sets, but that would be one long video, so we're just doing 2 sets. And Cradily has been pretty hype. It's been doing really well, these battles. But yeah, Geneway. Oh, I just got a raid invite. What's it to? Heracross. That's all right. I can't do a raid while I'm commentating. That would be unprofessional. DD versus Gallade. This is kind of weird. They're just going to go straight Leaf Blade, so it's not like a bad matchup at all for DD. Because you're going to resist the confusions, obviously, and you can deal out neutral damage with Thunderbolt. Oh, man. They switch into the Gengar. We saw the Focus Blast video, but you know, normal Lax, I don't think a Focus Blast would KO, and that seemed a little fast, so he knew. Is he going to go for the full lick down? I don't think so. He's going to throw a Body Slam here. Might have to eat another Sludge. He was a little bit slow to switch, so it's pretty impressive that Gangmeister gets to 2 Sludges here. Does quite a bit of damage, but he does come out with a move, which is pretty good. Gets in a couple of licks, which I like, to maximize the damage he can do here before going down. Come in with DD, the designated driver. Beautiful catch by the opponent. Oh, this is a little scary. Switches right away, oh my. Not sure how I feel about that. Gonna let it go. Oh god, this is scary. Because the opponent's got to just shield and incinerate down, right? No, they let it go. I think that's a mistake by the opponent, right? If the opponent... I'm not sure. If the opponent lets the Typhlosion... Or no, if the opponent shields the Typhlosion, they almost certainly incinerate down, get off 2 Blast Burns against the DD, and then land a Leaf Blade. I think that was the play, but I mean, obviously, tough situation. But overall, Geneway, Tang, and Cradily showing up and showing out. What a collection of battles there. 2 amazing sets. Thank you very much, my man, for submitting me those battles. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I told you I'd touch quickly on the whole Niantic thing with the boycott, and I'm in support of how everybody wants to treat the situation. And personally, I do agree with most people in the community that there has been a flawed lack of communication between Niantic and the community, whether it be in previous seasons where like we didn't know, like for PvP when the leagues were changing, or like how it was going to work, or obviously with the new stop distance, it would have been better for Niantic to like communicate with us in the months beforehand, like how they were thinking about approaching it, rather than just doing it without saying anything. And going back to a feature that it was originally designed to be that way, but since COVID, like the 80-meter stop distance, I think it's been better for everybody. And for them to like just do it without telling anybody, I think is more so the problem than them deciding to do it as they feel like COVID numbers are safer now. But I know a lot of places around the world are still dealing with it with quite large numbers. And then also like the Heracross thing. To my understanding, Heracross new shiny, and they took it away as a normal spawn in its specific like regions where it normally spawns. So like the only way to get it as a shiny is via raid. So just stuff like that, like either tell people like that's what you're gonna do beforehand, or don't do it. Like there just seems to be a lack of communication. The whole community boycotted. I was recovering from surgery, so I didn't get involved too much on Twitter. So if you want to if you want to hate on Rise, say like, Rise, why did you speak up on Twitter? Like I'm just trying to recover and get healthy. But yeah, but Niantic, a lot of stuff they can work on, and a lot of my friends are very frustrated at the game right now in the community. So hopefully Niantic can see some of their mistakes. They can try and improve, and they said they're going to use this task force thing to make a decision and weigh different opinions from like content creators and people in the community. So anyway, those are just some of my general thoughts. I don't think I said anything like super controversial there, just kind of explaining my like take and thoughts on the situation, just kind of factually. But all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. You got Rise back, longer video. Hope you enjoyed. I already said that. I'm new to this, first time ever doing it, right? Just kidding. And leave a like and subscribe. You can tell I'm rusty, right? I can't even do an outro anymore. But let's just call it there. All right, thanks. Bye.